I've got my little Christmas tree up. I made it from Dollarama things. And some like balls from Canadian Tire. And then some ribbon from Michael's. It turned out pretty good. Okay, we're back. And today I wanted to do a holiday look for the season. I'm leaving it kind of late. I know I have been resisting Christmas this year, which is the complete opposite of me. I think I'm just like in a funk a little bit just because everything's like different and it's a little weird this year, you know? It's just I'm not like feeling it as much as I normally do. So I just thought let's play with some makeup, you know? Let's do a fun holiday look. No pressure, just something fun to do, you know? For a holiday look, you know, it's just like, I always love a little shimmer and like a bright lip. I have like a whole bunch of little samples and I was like, I just need to like get rid of these because they just keep piling up and I haven't been using them. So I'm like, okay, let's like try some of these little samples out. And so I was gonna do my base makeup before I started sort of doing the video. And then I started it and I was like, oh, then I want to talk about some of these things that I'm like trying. So here we are. So I started putting on like a face primer. So I got this Rare Beauty Liquid Touch Weightless Foundation, a whole bunch of shades and like a whole bunch of little testers to try. And in it came a little primer. And so I was like, okay, I'll put the little primer on. And the primer is so shiny. I love it. It's like very shiny. So shiny. So I already put some on my face and you can see like the shine. So it's kind of fun because I think it'll like come through under the foundation, give a little like glowy look. I wasn't expecting it to be so shimmery, but like I'm not really mad about it for this look. You see how shiny it is? So it's kind of fun. Like I didn't have this primer like on my radar at all, but kind of like it. Glowy, glowy. Okay, so let's put that aside. So in this, I also have one of the swatches for the Rare Beauty Foundation. 160C, looks like it's probably my color, or 250W. The other ones are a little too dark for my skin tone. Not heard great things about Rare Beauty Foundation, the foundation specifically, but I'm willing to give it a little bit of a go. So the one looks a little too light for my skin, and the other one looks a little too dark. So let's try to mix them and see sort of what happens. I don't know, this could be disastrous. Scared of the dark one. Foundation's always such a tricky one because it's like everyone's skin is so different and it's like whatever your skin wants to take or not take, like sometimes some foundations go really nicely into other people's skin, not into mine at all. I don't love wearing foundation. It's kind of getting a little like weird. It's like, do I bail and just go for my own? I don't know. Okay, so the Rare Beauty Foundation, I mean, this probably just isn't my color. You know, there's a really light one and then kind of more of an orangey one, and I'm probably in the middle, to be honest. It's very lightweight, but it just doesn't go on very nicely. Like, it's kind of like weirdly soaks into pores so you can see them, which I don't like. And then it's kind of like flaky. I like the primer. The primer was fun because it was sort of like illuminating and it gave your skin kind of a glow underneath the foundation. But the foundation I don't love. Like, I like that it's lightweight because I don't love like thick foundation, but I would not run out and buy this foundation personally, which is good. I mean, that's why there's little testers, right? So you know what works for you and what doesn't. Just for my skin, doesn't go on very nicely. So let's put that aside for now. Now, sticking with all of my samples here, I have a Bare Minerals Bare Pro Full Coverage Concealer. So I am going to use a little bit of that. I like Bare Minerals a lot. Their stuff is good. Now, with concealer, an interesting thing that I find is a lot of people put a lot of concealer on. You don't really need a lot of concealer. Concealer is just like a little dab here and there to kind of hide some things. So, like, when in doubt, don't put as much on. So the Bare Minerals Bare Pro Concealer I like. It's like kind of creamy. It's kind of nice. I think it would probably go on better if I didn't have this foundation on underneath. Would buy. I like that. It's creamy. It's nice. I like that I'm just using like a mismatch of random things. All right, I'm going to put on some powder, some bronzer, some blush. I wish I had only samples and just like do my whole face with samples, but I don't. So this is just my regular powder. Alright, for bronzer, I am just going to use my regular MAC bronzer. I'm not going to put a ton of bronzer on. I'm going to put more blush on, I think, than bronzer, but it's nice to add a little color back into your face. Great. For blush, I'm going to use the color Sweet on Santa from my Too Faced Dream Queen palette. Is the Christmas palette from Too Faced a couple years ago. I've been waiting for the Christmas palette for Too Faced to come in for forever. It just keeps saying coming soon in Canada, and it's really annoying because I like want it. It's just like, it's a Christmas palette. Like, it's a little weird that it's not in before Christmas, but who knows? Okay, so Sweet on Santa. I'm gonna give like a little more blush than I would normally wear just because it's like, it feels like Christmassy. I'm gonna bring it up the side here too. Yeah, so with more of a holiday look for bronze, I like to not have as much bronzer and a little bit more blush. That's just me. All right, since we used the Rare Beauty primer and foundation, I'm going to use the Rare Beauty highlight as well. Sort of like a creamy highlight. I like it. I do like it. I would say that I like my MAC one better. The MAC one's more of like a powder one. I don't use this one as much, but it's kind of got like a pinky hue to it. Kind of bring it down a little bit too. Lots of glow. I like to put a little bit here. Kind of brings out the cupid's bow a little bit. And a little bit on the end of my nose. Down my nose. I'm gonna go crazy here. I feel like with like holidays, it's all about like shimmer and glow and sparkles. And so we're just gonna add it, keep adding a little bit. I'm just gonna put a little bit here too. So I find this one sort of similar to the foundation where it feels like it goes weirdly into my pores, but I don't hate it as much because it's not all over my face. It's just on a little spot. And if I don't have anything underneath of it, it's not bad. But yeah, not my favorite, but I don't hate it either. Okay, so we've got sort of a base done. I had another sample, so I wanted to try that. The Too Faced Anti-Crease Eyeshadow Primer. So I put that on. It was very creamy. It's a little bit lighter and thinner feeling than my MAC one that I tend to use every day, but went on fine. Seemed okay. Okay, so I want to do sort of a gold eye. I love doing like a gold eye with sort of black eyeliner to just clean it up, and then a bright lip. So that's what I'm going to do. Lots of shimmer here for the holidays. Okay, so to start, I'm going to use the color Wedge from MAC. It's sort of just like a brown, a light brown color. As you can see, I put a little bit of that brown color just in the crease and the corner there. That's just going to give it a little bit more shape and definition. So I don't want the colors to be brown, but I'm just going to put that underneath as a base and then cover it up with gold. So you can see I put a little bit on, but I'm not going crazy. I'm just going to blend that out a little bit. Okay, so now I am going to take my Everyday Chic Morphe palette and I'm going to use the color right here called Woe Is Me. It's sort of like a goldy color, as well as I'm going to use the color On My Way, which is right there. I'm going to take sort of a small packing brush and go in with that Woe Is Me color. So it's not really as gold as I want it to be. Let's try the other one. I'm gonna try using my finger. Sometimes I find with shimmery shadows, my finger just like helps it go on a little bit better. Okay, not bad. It's not quite as like goldy color as I want it. And I'm keeping it fairly localized on the lid. I'm not really going above it. A little bit into the crease, but I'm certainly not going up. For this, I'm only doing like 3/4 of the way across as well. Now, I am going to take this gold color that I have from MAC. I will try to find out what the name of it is. I think it's Gold Mine, but I'm not positive if that's the newer version of this. I'm going to take that. It's more of a yellowy gold, so I'm going to add a little bit of that. It's just like a brighter gold. So you can see, like you can still see the brown that's underneath there in the crease, that it gave a little bit of that shape, but it's not really brown anymore. It's more this like goldy color. Great. And then I'm going to take a little brush with that color again and put it underneath my eye as well. So then in my Dream Queen palette, I'm going to take the color Polar Bear Hug. It's sort of like more like a white, and I'm going to use that for the inner corner here. So that's a little more white than I wanted. I'm going to go to my trusty Everyday MAC palette and use the color Jest. It's more of like a white pinky pearl color. Use that on the inside. And then I'm just going to add a little bit of that Gold Mine color back, sort of to like break that seam that we've now made with the lighter color. Then I'm going to take a really tiny brush and just do a little bit of a bright white color sort of in the corner there. So there is a color in this Morphe palette called Cheers to You. It's very like a white silver. So I'm going to use that just to like pop your eyes a little bit, you know? Pretty. Okay, so I've done my brows. I just did some eyeshadow and the Gimme Brow Plus. And now I'm going to take the e.l.f. H2O Proof eyeliner pen, just to put some black eyeliner on. Great. And then for this look, I want to darken the under eye as well. So I'm going to take this NYX retractable eyeliner pencil in black and put that on my waterline. For mascara, so I just did a review on the L'Oreal Paris Telescopic Mascara, and first reaction was that I really liked it. For a drugstore mascara, it was pretty good. Now, I've worn it a couple times since, and it doesn't stay on very well. Like, there's been a couple times, I don't know if it's I'm like just tired and so I'm rubbing my eyes without knowing it, that at the end of the night, it's kind of like underneath. If you're gonna run out and buy the telescopic mascara, then I would maybe try it in waterproof. Hopefully it will stay on a little bit better. I think today I'm going to stick with my old fave, Pat McGrath Labs. If I was going to a Christmas party, I would probably be using like fancier mascara, so we're gonna go with that. So I've already curled my eyelashes. I'm just gonna put this on. And I'm gonna do my bottom lashes as well, just to give a little bit more definition to the lashes underneath. Now, if you were going to a party, you could certainly pop on a lash and give your eyelashes a little bit more glam, but I'm really not going anywhere after this, so I'm not gonna do that. Okay, so now to finish off the look, I want to do a bright red lip because I think that that's very Christmassy and fun and will complement the lighter eyes. So I'm going to start with a red lip liner, and then I'm having a hard time deciding which red because I've got a few reds that I really like right now. I've got like good old classic Ruby Woo from MAC, which I love, and then I've got this NARS color Cruella, and it's like a darker red, which I also love. It's getting so far down. I need to stock up on that. And then I also bought this one, Rich Ruby from Maybelline, and that's a great red too. So, you know, I was going to do Ruby Woo, but I think I'm going to go with this Rich Ruby from Maybelline because it's more of like a cherry red as opposed to like a fire engine red. I think it'll go nicer with this look. So let's do that. Okay, so for red lipstick, I do like to line my lips. You never know if it's gonna sort of bleed into the rest of your face. Great, and then take your red. And there we have it. That's it. That is all. When I think of Christmas, I think of like glitter and sparkles and twinkly lights, and so it's kind of fun to do like shimmer. So I like this look because you have sort of a lighter gold eye, but then it really brings it together with a bright red lip. And it's like, now what, you know? Not going anywhere. But yeah, if you have not subscribed, please subscribe. You can hit the button down below or in the corner. I will, of course, put all of the products that I used down below. If you have any questions for me, let me know. Yeah, I think that's it. I hope that you have a fabulous holiday, whatever it may be or whatever it may look like this year. It's a weird year for everyone. And so I hope that you have a great, great holiday anyway. I hope whatever it looks like, it's a good day. I hope you get lots of makeup for Christmas because that's what we all want. So yeah, that's it. Happy holidays and thanks for watching. I should have done this video with eggnog or something. Got apple cider in the fridge. Cheers. Oh, that's hot.